do want I love going live. I'm going to give the collective 1 second to get in here. Free as the bird. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Saturday always has such good vibe on it, you know? Sunday's kind of like wah, wah, but Saturday is always like, yeah. The vibe of Saturday is, yeah. I feel like that's what it would be, just Y-E-H. Yeah. Good vibes, good vibes. I feel like this is going to be a good reading. I always feel it's going to be a good reading. I mean, it's good reading when people get, you know, fucking yelled at. What up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Mmm. 18 plus there, Aubrey. We should say that we always set them if they're for kids or not. All I do is swear. I don't like take my titties out or anything like that. Okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because it's not going to resonate for everybody. All right. Okay, all I'm getting is 2 cards. Okay, so we got Genius and Warrior, which is kind of making me think like, damn, this is like this is going to be a powerful reading. I think it's going to be like a lot of heart chakra. There's a lot of green. Okay, tell me what Genius is about, please. I really feel like somebody's being smart about something. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, they are. I love this card. Look how much shaking the shit out of the fucking camera. Oh my God. Everything is so off balance in this fucking old ass house that I live in that everything shakes. And it's just ridiculous. Everything fucking shakes. There we go. Okay, that's just... Okay. I love this card. Okay, because it's like the guy, he's putting his coin into the mechanical hand that's going to take the coin away and store it for a rainy day. Okay, that's literally what I just heard. So someone's been smart about putting money away. Okay. Anything else for genius? Fool in reverse and the devil in reverse. So there's been no false starts. Okay, no false starts. It's a possibility that you've had the devil around you, you know, devilish things that you could get wrapped in. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting like somebody could be really lonely, okay, and they like go to a strip club or something. I want that eye in the background. They go to a strip club or something and they got money and they meet somebody and, you know, the stripper's got like a kid and then they're like, okay, well, I mean, not that anything is wrong with like a stripper or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm just saying, I feel like that could have been like your test or something, you know, like if you, I mean, men always feel vulnerable like that. Sometimes they want to like help somebody out, right? And I feel like maybe there could have been something that you could have invested in or something that you could have done, but you didn't because you were smart about it. Okay. You're smart about it, not sad about it. That's it. Okay. There's that Two of Swords where it's like, she is, trying to get over water on her fucking bicycle. Okay. And you know what the card is? I think I can. And the thing is she's doing it. So she is doing something that she's not quite sure she can do. Okay. But then with strength, okay, you see how she's taken the thorn out of the lion's paw. And you will see that a lot where people will make these videos of like helping animals that could rip them to shreds. But because they're helping them, the animal knows that you're trying to help it. So it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna fight against you. Okay. So I feel like kind of that was the whole thing, is like maybe by not starting off and doing this, by not listening to the devil, you know, and doing something, it's like that's what made you stronger. Because like the devil is just, I don't even want to say it is the fucking devil, to be honest. That tempts you, because the devil is there to punish bad, evil people, but he could come to earth, I suppose, and play devil's advocate on your shoulder and go, are you going to make the right decision or are you going to make the wrong decision? Because that would be the ultimate test, is are you going to do what's right or do what's wrong? Because everybody gets put up against that wall at one point in their life where they have the ability to do the wrong thing, but they want to do the right thing, but they end up doing the wrong thing. And it's like, well, then there's the devil watching you, because he'll always tempt you to do something just to try to prove if you're a good person or not. Okay. So there's the Queen of Pentacles. I'm holding in reverse with the Moon. And then Page of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Pentacles. And then there's the Tower, Ace of Swords. No way. Okay. So, the truth is that I think you're working really hard. Okay. And this Queen of Pentacles in reverse and Page of Pentacles in reverse, I think that's where the devil comes in. Because like you see when I said stripper, okay, this is why I said it, apparently. Okay, this is why I said it. You see how she's pulling the blind? She's pulling the blind back. Okay, what would a stripper do? Pull the blind back, come on stage, right? Lady of the evening. You never know. Okay, lady in red. Red light special. I could keep going on and on and on, but I'm not going to. And the Tower comes down because it's something, it's an illusion, right? This Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles is an illusion. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, like you definitely come to like some type of standstill. Maybe this is an energy around you. There's a Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups in reverse, and then the Lovers. Oof. Okay, so this is a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal for somebody. We got a little story here. So somebody's definitely becoming like unblocked from something that was casually being, you know, like dangled in their face, but they didn't take it, which caused the tower to come down, which is the truth. The tower, it's like a false tower anyways, something that you're not supposed to be in. Maybe somebody put you in this tower like you were a facade, like you were some fake fuck, like the outside is all you care about. Like somebody definitely, like, I just heard plagiarized. They could have taken something that you wrote. They could be trying to act as you. Ooh, I watched an episode on that where somebody took all of somebody's jokes. It was like personal family jokes, and they just lived it out as if it was their own, right? So somebody could be plagiarizing your work, okay? And you're a genius because you're able to fight them off, because the thing is when you've lived a hard life, it's the hard knock life, okay? Very rarely does anything scare you, because most people are just full of shit. So they're not going to scare you on things that, like, you're smarter than, you could outsmart. The things that begin to scare you are the things that are real. Okay. So we have this 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups in reverse, which kind of makes me think that whoever you were working with, whoever you were friends with, maybe friends in a company, friends working together. Okay. There was some type of, again, there is 3 people involved in this. Okay. Somebody is leaving the pack. Okay. Because they're not, obviously, okay. I try to, like, talk about this a little bit about how, friends aren't just friends, and that really, if somebody wants to talk to you or hang out with you, it's usually because they want to have sex with you. They're not really trying to be your friend. Like, people who pose as friends, it's really sad because it's hard to get friends after somebody turns out to be, like, full of shit. That's why friends are kind of like that. I don't know. People, either they just naturally become your friend. You can't go looking for friends, because that's just greasy. Okay. So there was this 3-party situation here, and 2 people were together, and then somebody came into the equation somehow. Maybe you guys were all friends to start, and 2 people started dating each other or something, when there could have been like two guys and a lady. Okay. And then the one guy, like, it could have been a pact that you both made that nobody was going to go after this chick because you guys were all going to stay friends. And then somebody goes against the pact and starts dating the person behind the other person's back. Okay, super shady, super greasy. Okay, and now it's like this third person has just kind of hung in that energy, because there really isn't anything else for them to do. Like, that's what they wanted. And now it's kind of just turned into this third party shit, right? There was like, you're the third wheel. It's always awkward. And so now you want to leave. Okay. Because you don't know, High Priestess in reverse, what is hurting your heart. And what's hurting your heart is having to watch these people do this in front of you. Okay, knowing that somebody wasn't supposed to do what they did, and they did it anyways. Like, what's the point of making a pact with somebody if they're just going to break it? Okay, that's the whole point of making a pact. So now there's another 3. So 3 up in this Hizza. Knight of Wands in reverse. It's like almost like you stopped wondering what was bothering you so much. Like, maybe you became like a firecracker, and you were just like, fucking just ripping everybody a new asshole all the time, because the one thing that you really are pissed off about, you're not doing anything about, because really, what can you do? People hook up, they hook up. If they're going to disrespect you behind your back, they're most likely going to disrespect you to your face. And if you don't like it, they're not going to stop dating just because you don't like it. Okay. So honestly, once you figure out that this isn't what you want, that you were knocking on the wrong door, that these people were going to play you no matter what, you leave. And then it becomes 9 of Cups, 10 of Wands, where you walk away with everything you want. Yeah, you're walking away, but at least you get what you want now. Okay. Which is, I don't know. So now I'm just going to flip these up, right? Because they're really good cards. So now it goes the Hierophant, the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Hermit. Okay. So it comes to learning new things, regaining your independence, and getting away from these 3 or these other 2 people. Okay. Splitting away. That's what gives you this whole new perspective of, like, that's your truth, is to leave these people behind and let the tower come down. Because the thing is that you might be the one nail that's holding it all together for them. Okay. So once you leave, you learn that that's what you needed to do. You needed to be independent. That's where you're going to get your power back. And then it's almost as if with the Hermit, it's like you go on your own secret spiritual journey, where it's like, look at where he's going. He's got his light, and he's going somewhere. He's going to figure something out, because that's what the Hermit does. The Hermit, he'll stay to himself, okay, but he doesn't always stay in his shell. There's things he still has to do, wisdom that he has to seek, but just with nobody around, in solitude. It's almost like now I'm getting the Never-Ending Story. Atreyu, you know, he has to go on that whole quest by himself. The whole thing by himself. He has to witness and be a part of some of the worst things that possibly happen. But then once it's all done, it all comes back to normal again. You know, like it's kind of like that, where you might have to watch your entire world turn into nothing, into darkness. But then once that's done, right, Hermit, once that's done, what's after this? The Wheel of Fortune. Then what happens? Yo. Who knows? And that's the funny thing of life, is like, you really, like us psychics, yeah, we can pick up a lot of energy on what's going to happen, but you're the one that's the driver. You're the one in the chariot. You're the one moving and going into different places. And it's your, you know, path and your birthright to do some of these things, right? And we can't always say exactly what you're going to do and unravel, you know, what's behind, you know, door number 4. But do you really want to know? You know, or do you want to be excited for once? Even as psychics, oh my God, look at that. Top of the deck, Ace of Swords. 3 aces show up in this reading, okay? Even as psychics, like, I don't want to know what happens at the end of the story. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't want to pre-plan my tarot readings to figure out what's going to happen in my future, because as I'm living my life, my future is unfolding, right? I don't want to read all the secret deets. I don't want to know. Okay, I don't want to fucking know. I just know that something's going to happen. And that's all that you need to know, is that something is going to happen. And that's what brings your power back, by dislodging from these 2 people. Who, by the way, who, I sounded like an owl there, are going to lose each other anyways. Ooh, curse. That's what I'm talking about. These people are cursed. It's something that's following them around. And they're introducing you into it. They're adding you into it. Like, don't be surprised if your life has kind of been shit lately. It's because these people's energy is awful, right? It's awful energy. Like, just because you know them, it doesn't mean that you fucking have to bleed for them. You owe them something. Okay? Celebration, combination, fire. Oh my God, look at how cool this is. So you're celebrating, okay? Or you're about to celebrate. You're about to go into better energy, because this combination of you, this person, and the fly is burning away. It's gone. It's done. You're not going to do it anymore, right? Once you realize that they're the ones that have the negative energy attached to them, it's like it all could have been different if these people had just played properly. But you know, people, they don't really are interested in playing, you know, what's proper. They really want to jump on something so nobody else gets it, right? And then we end up kind of calling those people 2-pump chumps. Okay? Because that's really all they can give to any equation. Moving forward. I don't know how YouTube screens this shit, Aubrey. We're just supposed to put up that it's not for kids, and that's all they say to us. So if some little kids, I mean, I don't actually, when we say that it's not for kids, I mean, if you have your YouTube on kids, I shouldn't show up, because my channel is for 18 plus. I never say anything is for kids ever. So I don't really that's all YouTube. I don't really know how it works. I should hope to God that if your kid is on YouTube, under kids mode, it should not be showing me. That's for sure. But I don't fucking own YouTube, so I don't really know. And I don't have kids. I don't have kids and let them watch fucking YouTube. So that's another thing. Oh, to each their own, though. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just saying. I don't really watch things like that anyway. So, next message. Sorry, for all the people in the Australian country, you are in tomorrow. So my bad. It's not Saturday for you. It's Sunday. Okay, Beltane, familiar, guardian, fertility. Cloak, ooh. So somebody's familiar has shown up. Oh my God. Let's see. I'm going to pick the animal cards. Let's see what this familiar is. Because who knows? Who has familiars in the chat? Does anybody have animals or like reptiles or... Woo! Okay. I'm so excited because somebody's familiar is going to speak. And this is so cool. Okay. What's the familiar, please? What animal shape do they take? Okay, we got 3 here. We have a scorpion, we have a hummingbird, and we have an elephant. So I don't know if anybody owns an elephant. Actually, I have my little elephant, and I mean, they say about dolls and statues and shit, those things very much are alive. So if anybody's got like a stuffed elephant, maybe they cuddle with it, or maybe there's a huge elephant, or you have a tattoo of an elephant, or you have a picture of an elephant. Okay. And then the hummingbird, I mean, again, not really an animal that anybody would have, but I feel like maybe it's possibly a tattoo on you. Could be a tattoo on you because it's like a spirit animal for you. It could be you have a lot of hummingbirds around, or you get a lot of hummingbirds in your garden. Okay. Or you're a hummingbird, you have a hummingbird feeder. Okay, if people have hummingbirds around them, honestly, get the feeders. You'll see them all the time. Okay, and then the scorpion. And I mean, this definitely for collective, people can definitely have scorpions in the chitty chatter, right? So those are the familiars stepping forward. And we also have fireflies. So maybe if you see a lot of fireflies, okay, and we also have hawk. And deer. Okay, I'm just going to stop. I can't pull them all because that's not fair. Okay, so we also have hawk and deer. So if you have a lot of hawks, also again with the tattoos, okay, like hawk tattoo and then the deer. If you see a deer, okay, and that's what they say. So the whole thing with deer is like there's like symbols behind when you see these animals in 3D. So I forget what the deer one is, but the deer is something like someone's gonna pop out, because you know how deers kind of really pop out and scare you, right? It's kind of like that, because to see a deer is like they say that deers choose to expose themselves to you. They don't actually have to. So they know where humans are. They know where the attention is, and they're smarter than that, and they don't have to let you see them. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie 3 Billboards, and she's sitting there and she's repotting underneath one of the billboards, and a deer just comes out of nowhere, right? It's because a lot of times the deer will be the message, right? Like spirit is trying to connect with you. Okay, I don't do personal readings on here. Okay, Victoria, if you want to go to my website, this is just for collective that is going to watch this. Okay, as it would be a recording. Okay, so if any of these animals come to you or speak to you, there's a message. Okay, something is being unveiled to you, which is this concealment in reverse. Okay, it's the universe wants to expose something to you, and it's something to do with this fertility. Really? These ones? Okay. Give me this fertility. Whoa. Okay, 7 of Pentacles and the Fool. So something is okay. So see how she has that key in her hand? Okay. So that means that you have the key to something. Okay. And then the Fool would be with the weasel. It's almost kind of like, weasels. I mean, when do you ever see them? Can you catch one? They're basically like ferrets. They're tricky. They're bastards. Okay. But they can get shit done quick. Okay. So it's almost like this 7 of Pentacles with this fertility and the Fool means I think something's going to happen quick. I think that once the seed gets planted with this fertility, I think the seed's going to grow quickly, and then the fool just goes with it. It's like something that's just certain. Okay, it's like starting a channel and then you just get 1,000 subscribers in your first month. Okay, which has happened to me before. Okay, that's the thing. Or opening up a business at the exact right time, and that I don't know, spring, right? When suddenly everything wakes up and you hit the lottery with a bunch of tour buses and it's just like boom, 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 right? Because when you're really supposed to do something, it happens quick. The universe lets you know that you're on the right track. Okay. Sometimes you have to fight for it a little bit. Okay. But this is not like, I mean, you still have to fight to keep it, but this is not like this is not like, skin and bones, like you have to, hurt yourself to get somewhere. You're just going to start something. It's like throwing a bunch of wildflower seeds on the ground and not really caring, because you just are like, well, they're wildflowers. If they, they grow, they grow. If they don't, that's the whole point of them. And then you water them for a couple of weeks, you do your thing. And then one day you wake up and it's just like a bush of wildflowers and you're like, okay, well, seriously, that was supposed to happen. Pam, what up? You missed 26 minutes and 56 seconds, my darling, which is not that long, actually. Yeah. Pam in the house. Okay. So it's kind of like that. It's like, when something, you're not even shooting for it, but the energy is so available for it that your familiar goes, today's the day. Whatever it is that you're going to plant. I'm not saying that this is technically your garden, but if you are growing a garden this year, I would say you are going to be very plentiful. Okay. Especially if you do it right, you give back, you know what I always wanted to do? If I ever owned property, I said that I would have apple trees, because for one, apples are so sustainable, and like those trees in the winter are so beautiful. Wow. Like an apple tree, it's all like distorted and like, they're so cool to look at, because you got to think about the aesthetic of the winter, when you build sometimes, if you want, right? So I was like, you know what I would do? I would get I would always have a crab apple, because animals love those, right? All the creepy crawlers and shit, they love those crabs. But then if you got an actual apple tree, right? Do you know how many fall on the ground? And you know what would eat them? These motherfuckers. Okay, deer, love that shit. Okay, even the hummingbirds, right? Everything would eat that. It's so sweet, right? They're looking for the sweetness. And the more that you do that, oh my God, like your crops will be fucking huge. Okay, all you have to do is give back, and it's like you get 10 times fold. I mean, on that kind of shit, that's where it's like magic is, okay, karma's times 3, blah, blah, blah. But like when you just do good, because you can just do good because that's your soul and spirit, that shit comes back times 10. Like, so your food is going to be bigger and more juicier and more plentiful. And it's just going to be, you're going to catch fish every fucking day. And like, it's going to be one of those things, because what goes around comes around. Everything, even energy, it's all together. And that's why people are, very, like, I find very, ill-informed or uninformed, when they feel like nature is just dumb, or animals are dumb, or look at this idiot moron where they're looking at a black bear in a garbage, like not knowing that thing's fucking starving and can't find food. And it's just like, the ignorance of people when it comes to some things, to think that like you can just do whatever you want to something because you're superior, right? Where it's like, well, if you went face to face with that thing when you were in its habitat, when you're in its country or in its land, you don't have your fucking knives to fight it. You think you're going to come out of that fight fair, but you've got a gun and a little fucking piece of paper that says you can go and kill something, right? It's like, I just don't know like what the consequences of that kind of shit would be. Because again, like if you fish, those fish kind of like sacrifice themselves. Okay. Even with deer, like I said, deer will show themselves, right? Moose will show themselves, especially if they want to be killed and they want to be consumed by you. They know that you're there way fucking before you know that they're even around, because people are so loud, but they don't understand, even by themselves. You walking, my snake can hear me come in the door. Like, it's fucked because it's all vibration, right? Think about it that way too. Land is vibration. You're stomping around, you're trying to find something, man, it already knows that you're there. So you might as well just fucking not even try, right? If you're hunting to be an asshole. Okay, so I don't, this is amazing reading, by the way. I just want to say thank you, whoever brought this reading into the house. I feel like I'm in the outdoors right now. My window's open and I feel like I'm in the wilderness right now, and it feels great. So thank you for bringing in the animals, whoever did this. And then Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It was all like popping out. And the moon on the top of the deck. It's like, okay, ooh, there's the Lovers again with that Beltane energy, and then 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so somebody's definitely being unbound from something, and it's why the energy of the animals is going to tell you when it's time. Like, maybe you've stayed single for a really long time and you're looking at somebody's profile, or you're watching somebody and suddenly like your dog bites you on the leg, and and just playing, and it's like, what? And it's like, sometimes we need to see signs. Okay, so maybe that's what your familiar is going to do, is it's going to give you a sign when you think of something, or when you're thinking of something, or if it's a tattoo, you might think of something and then look at a tattoo and be like, oh shit, maybe that's what it is. See the sun just come out? Okay. So with this moon with the Queen of Swords and the Lovers, it's like something that has been, a little bit hidden from you, because we have to keep things hidden from ourselves. Like I said, even as psychics, I would like to be surprised. Okay. Like, I never know what's going to happen. And then when it actually happens, sometimes I'm like, this is not what I expected at all, because spirit will hide shit from me too. Okay. It will hide things from you because it doesn't want you to know the greatest things that are going to happen to you before. Why would you want to know? I would like to be thrown off guard. Okay. Personally, but maybe you don't want to know. Anyways, something that has been hidden from you, okay, is suddenly going to be revealed. And that's when, again, with this concealment, I think I've said that 300 times. Okay, well, I just came through one more time that something is going to be revealed. And, ooh, 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Empress. You're definitely ready for this, okay? If you have stayed single for a while, or you have been on your own for a while, or you've been waiting to make a move for a while, once you get the sign, the signal, move it forward with the 6 of Swords. Move it forward. And then the 2 of Pentacles. Ooh, Knight of Cups. That's what I'm saying. Drag that shit forward with, like, not drag. I mean, dedicate where you're going to move next. Okay? Because this back and forth thing, well, I can do this and I can do that, it's not helping anybody. Sometimes you just need to take the step. And that's where somebody's familiar. See how, oh, look at this. See how her little head, she has this like she has her little third eye all lit up. Okay. So your familiar has already seen something that's going to happen for you. And you haven't seen it yet, but they've seen it. So that's why they can tell you about it. Because they've already seen the future. So they know you do it. So that's why when they tell you to do something, do it. Because they've already seen it happen for you. And they're quite happy about it. I'm not going to lie. Someone's familiar is pretty stoked about being able to give them this information. So, and honestly, get this. So it was the middle of the night the other night. I swear, in a dead sleep, okay? And I woke up I swear to my fish. And he was having a panic attack. And so I went over to the tank and I'm like, I wonder what is going on. Like, because I thought maybe something really bad happened to my sister and her fish tank. And I just, kind of like worry that could possibly happen, because it really could, right? So I'm like thinking the worst. I'm thinking, because I got like woken up from a dead sleep. And I'm like, what? So I turn the light on, and then there he is, he already sees me before I see him. And he's right there, and he's wiggling, and he's saying hello. And I'm like, buddy, like, what's going on? Like, I feel the water temperature. I make sure everything's okay. And then I see all these little things swimming on the side of the tank. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm getting invaded by something right now. And it's a 12-gallon tank. Like, it's pretty fucking big. And so I turn the lights on, and they're everywhere, all over the front of the tank. These like microscopic fucking things, so tiny, like you could barely see them. I'm like, what the hell? So I get up, I go into the kitchen, I get a bunch of paper towel. I just, hey, Diane, rub the side of the tank. And surprisingly, the paper towel picked up all the little organisms, whatever they were. And I wiped the other side, and then I wiped the other side. I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, buddy, it's all clean, because he was having a panic attack because these little things were swimming around. He always lets me know. He let me know when there was a cockroach on top of the light. There was a ladybug, a yellow ladybug once inside the tank climbing on one of the plants. I did not know that they could swim underwater. This thing was underwater. And Jack was pissed. My fish was pissed. So he will let me know when there's something in his tank that he doesn't like. Same with my other snake. He'll let me know something was in his tank once. Oh, this giant beetle. These invasive beetles that are up here. One had crawled into his home, and he alerted me in the middle of the night, and I turned on the lights and I looked, and then there it was climbing up the wall. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm sorry. He's just a baby. I'm like, that probably terrified him. Like, he woke me up. And then what I figured out with the tank was I give the shrimp Daphnia. And it's this like little tiny, organism thing. And it can come with active eggs. So you put it in your tank. And same with the shrimp brine that I get. It can have what's called cysts in it. And these cysts can carry dormant offspring that in the right temperatures come back to life. And my fish was so mad that he always lets me know. It's kind of been an ongoing thing. It was just in this one cube. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. But I mean, all you have to do is just wipe the side of the walls and they go away. But like, he was fucking pissed. So maybe, I don't know, maybe your familiar is going to alert you to something. Right? Because like, I tell you, mine do. If my fish can get me up in the middle of the night because something's crawling on the side of his tank, I could only imagine what people's dogs can do. Okay? My fish is not Houdini. He just has a lot of energy. My sister thinks my fish is a serial killer. Because I had this like tetra that just disappeared. I think I've had 2 tetras that have just disappeared. And then I put a female beta in there because he kept making all these bubbles. So I thought maybe he wanted to like, make a family or something. And like, I would just, get rid of the eggs or whatever. And he bit the female. He like chased her around and then bit her. So my sister is convinced that my fish is a psychopath. So by alerting me in the middle of the night about his trauma with these little tiny things on the side of his tank, I don't know how he did it, but I alerted like a fucking red dog alert, like I got up in the middle of the night too. And they just saw me. I laid back down in bed, passed out. I'm like, I remembered in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, what happened with my fish? Like, dead asleep. Oh. How's all my ladies doing? Is this your day off, Pam? Are you still only doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays? What's going on with you, Diane? How's my bitches? I just got that DMX song in my head. I got this DMX song in my head. It's okay. It's all right. Fuck all day. Fuck all night. Call my bitches because wherever I go, y'all my bitches. East to the West Coast, all my bitches. DMX raps in my head all the time. The dog is very much alive in my third eye. All the time. Actually, he was one of the first rappers I ever started listening to. I bought Slippin'. Where he's got his hands in the air, he's got blood all over him, whatever that album is, when it came out. I don't even know how old I was. DMX, baby. We're keeping the dog alive. I actually found this song the other day with Machine Gun Kelly, and I don't like that guy. Okay, worst rapper in the entire world. He's not even a rapper. He's like, I don't know what the fuck he is. Anyways, but he has a song with DMX, and it's called Demons, spelled with a 3 instead of an E. And DMX, for one, he tells DMX to speak. Okay, nobody has ever told the D to speak. Okay, genius. I was like, he's a dog. No one's told him to speak. Okay, so not only does he tell him to speak, but then the dog just growls in the background the whole time. And like as he got older, his voice got so much raspier. So like as he was growling and barking, it got like, got like thicker and thicker and thicker. And my sister back in the day, she was always like emo, Silverchair, fucking Stain. She was listening to all the emo bands back then. I was listening to fucking rap. And she loved the dog. She would be like, who's that rapper that barks? And I'd be like, oh, you want to listen to DMX? She'd come into my room. I was like 11 years old, cranking DMX, fucking slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. And my sister would be like, what is this? I'm like, yo, it's the dog. And then he'd start barking. And she'd be like, is he barking? I'm like, I told you, it's the dog. What do dogs do? Bark. Oh, man, my sister's dog, Marlo, loved DMX. The grand finale, the song that he does with a few people, it was Marlo's favorite song. Literally, he got excited when we put on the grand finale. He was a German Shepherd. He was gangsta as fuck. Man, my sister would walk him downtown Toronto. Black guys would look at her, fucking go, nice dog. She'd be like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You feel me? Back the fuck up. Not falling for that shit. I can't wait to. If I get a dog, I'm going to get a German Shepherd. Dog for life. He's still my best friend in heaven. I can't get another dog because of him. He broke my heart when he died. Oh my God. Broke my heart. I'll cry right now. He was my favorite thing in the entire world. Like literally, it was like Auntie Whitney and Marlo all the time. That fucking dog kills me. People that get killed by dogs, honestly. Oh, dogs, man. Like, I don't even know, like, cats. Like, I mean, I know people get really attached to their cats, but, like, actually, I got pretty attached to this one cat. Actually, I got attached to a couple cats. So they're just as bad. Oh, God. Like, pull up my heartstrings a little bit more. The 4-leaf clover fell. I told you, I have a feeling this is going to be a good reading. All my bitches, east to the west coast. All my bitches. Pam, you in the west coast. I'm in the east coast. How do you do east? East sider. You're west coast. Yeah, no doubt. He's been dead for like 7 years now. Ooh, look at that. The star. Yeah, it takes a while. Fucking takes a long time. Shit's going to cut deep. Not prepared for it yet. Ooh, look at that. Fought tooth and nail. Damn right. That's collective. Fighting the ass off. Okay, I am going to take these two cards upright because they're beautiful cards. We have the Two of Cups here and the Invitation. Okay, loving every minute of it there. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Sherlock. Ooh, what's popping out there? What's a little popping out there? Okay, Sherlock and then the Mist. All right. So something hiding. Hey, Two-Tone. What up? Look at another one of my bitches. All my bitches east to the west coast. All my bitches. Two-Tone, where are you at? Where are you at in the globe? We already got east. Actually, we could go a little bit more east coast. So anybody up in the east coast, and I'm talking like real east coast. Connecticut, New Brunswick, New York. Why is it all ends? Nova Scotia. Okay. Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right below me. So you're like kind of east coast then. You're kind of east side. I shouldn't say coast. East side. Everyone says that Ontario's east. Oh, you're in the east. I'm like, there's like Quebec and like 3 other provinces past us, but I guess we're pretty close. Actually, we are pretty close. Where I am, it's like I think I can get to the States in less than 2 hours. Where I am, States is like right there. It's so close. Okay, so let's get to the reading because I really like this. I could talk to you guys for hours. Okay, so this is really cool because something is hiding in the mist here. Okay, it could be somebody with a child. Okay, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But I think that somebody remember when I said stained not long ago? Okay. Recently the song Outside. Do you know that song? I'm on the outside and I'm looking in. Okay. This person I think is on the outside because in the mist, right? East Coast, West Coast, all my bitches. Man, you don't want to come to Canada. Trump's fucking us up with all these tariffs, and he's just going to buy us soon anyway, so we're going to be fucked because he's going to bully us into losing all of our money. So, I don't know, man. You probably should stay where you are, but who knows? You never know if we're all going to become one soon. I know that's what the fucking big guy wants. Okay. So see with the front of the mist, right? It's like, oh, two-tone, you hitting up Australia, man. You all see, look at east to the west coast. We all over the globe. That's what I love about fucking YouTube. All over the globe. Everybody, cheers. Here we go. Okay. So the mist. You know that when he's standing there with his son, like literally in the movie, and the mist is coming towards them. And they have no idea what the fuck is going to happen, okay? They have no idea. So I feel like you're going to get guided because, I mean, he gets guided, right? Yeah, you would be, Pam. It's a great place. You know, when he was guided to go there, okay? And that's, I mean, evidently really what saved his life because when he goes back to the house to get his wife, she's already dead. And if you think about it, she's right by the water where the mist was released. So his house, I mean, yeah, because you could see the mist across the water. So, I mean, he just got out in time. So she got eaten first. Him going back there hours later or days later was never going to be anything. Okay. So it's almost like you are going to get guided with this star. Okay, you're going to pull the 4-leaf clover and get driven somewhere. Okay, not physically, metaphorically speaking. Okay, and it's somewhere that involves work. I mean, it involves some work. It's something, it's tough. Okay, it's not just because you pull the 4-leaf clover, it's not all 4-leaf clovers afterwards. Like you have to actually do some shit to keep this shit in your life. Okay. So that's where the invitation pulls through. Somehow you get an invitation, and that's obviously the 4-leaf clover is the invitation, and you get guided towards this 2 of Cups. Okay. And it's something that I don't know, requires work. Okay. But it also involves a little bit of investigation. Okay. Because what does Sherlock do? Sherlock looks for clues. Okay, so with Sherlock and the fought tooth and nail, maybe this person is going to see how hard you work, right? Or like, I don't know. It's something that's in, maybe that's what's hiding in the mist is like, I mean, it could go either way. And there's no sex involved with tarot, really. It's or sex is, you know, it's male or female and this kind of thing because everybody carries both energies. So like that's where sex just really doesn't mean anything because I can't really always tell if it's a guy or a girl, right? So I feel like somebody doesn't see something coming and it might take a little bit of investigation. Okay. It's almost like you might get driven somewhere. You might get an invitation somewhere. And that's where you figure something out. And it's like way bigger than what you thought. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. So if it's like something like a job, okay, somebody, you know, or like the manager wants to talk to you. Okay, wants to talk to you, and you get the invite. Hey, I need to talk to you. Can you meet me before work? Or right? And you're like, okay. But then what they unveil is something so much bigger. They're like, well, you know what? You're the only one that fucking shows up. You're the only one that cares. You're the only one, and we want to do this for you. And you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming, because they don't see what's in the mist. You can't see what's coming, right? Because that's the beauty of life. All right. We don't always let you know what exactly is in the package. Okay. It's not Amazon. You can't pick something and just expect to get it, right? Sometimes you have to put something in your cart, pay for it, and just wait for the delivery and go like, I don't know. I picked option B. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to love it no matter what. Because sometimes people don't really care how it comes as long as it gets there. Like if you want a kid, right, but you can't have a kid, then people go, well, I'll foster. I'll adopt, I'll foster, I'll volunteer at community, you know, stations and go and, you know, like you can, if you can't have a kid, then there's a million ways to still be around children and care about children. And right. So it's like, it's not always so like, exactly, you have to have a baby because that's the way that God says. No, it's not reality for some people. And like my sister always said, you know, like if she wants to adopt or foster like teenagers, because she was such a troubled teenager that she, you know, wants to kind of find the most fucked up one, because she is that kind of person that if this kid, you know, won't speak, she'll just sit there and not speak and make them feel as comfortable as possible. Like my sister is like, she's kind of like a chameleon like that. I mean, those are Geminis. They can actually kind of like just like, you know, veil to you what you need at that exact time, because they can be both male and female, right? They can be very feminine supportive, but also very masculine, right? So it's like they can kind of be the best of both worlds, right? So she wants to do that. She never really wanted to have kids, right? She just wants the fucked up ones. And like, I get that. I've never really thought of it because I don't know. I like my time and I like doing this, you know, like, again, it's different for everybody. Okay. It's different for everybody. Okay. And it's going to be whatever you're delivered to, you know, whatever it is that you really want to do, because it's something that appreciates you. Whatever this Two of Cups is, it's something that appreciates you. It found you and then you were guided to find it. Okay. There's the Blair Witch. There's a lot of magic here. Okay. And the things that, you know, come true in this world or that come for you can scare you. Okay. And can make you, you know, really emotional. It can open up things. It can do things for you. It can activate things, right? That you really are appreciated, that you really are loved, that like, you know, there is, oh, look at that. Social media. Somebody could be watching your social media. Okay. And they actually do like you. Okay. And they're hiding a little bit. And maybe this is what you have to uncover. Okay. Is who's watching you or who is trying to fight to get your attention, or, you know, like not in a creepy way or anything, just kind of like in a, I don't know, conjuring, you know, it's like a family. I don't know. Maybe somebody has like a couple kids or something, and they see you as being like responsible. Anything else? Private property. I don't think anybody can fuck with this. I think that's really, because right away with private, oh, now my nose is getting all itchy. Right away with private property, you know, I saw that red sign, private property, and I thought, like, something says private property, you gotta stay the fuck off of it. You gotta, like, fucking, it's not even about respect. Like, you cross that boundary. Cops are getting called, alarms are going off, fucking dogs are coming at you, fucking electric fences are going off. You can't just breach. And maybe that's what it is. It's like, whatever this is that's hiding in the mist, nobody can fuck with it. Maybe that's why it is in the mist, because then nobody can see it. Not even you. right? Anything else? Can we close the door? Nope, we're still going. Okay, here we go. Ooh, there's the heart, suppressed emotions, and the tower. Okay, so somebody could be hiding a lot of emotions from you, and that's about to come down. Okay, tower's shown up a couple times, and that's, could be people's emotions, right? This person could be really emotional, and that's the thing is, back with the work thing again, you could work for like a family business or something, and the owners are really genuinely, appreciative of how you work their store, or their, like you have respect, and right, and they've held back a lot of emotions, because sometimes, right, people really won't let you know how much they care about you, because they don't necessarily trust you, right? They don't necessarily trust that you are going to love them back, or that you're going to hang around, or that you're not going to leave, right? So the thing is now we have dreams with Ursula, okay, with the spider, and somebody is going to have dreams, okay, and something's going to get caught in the dream, okay, and it's caught in the web of the dream. So then you'll stop suppressing your feelings towards it and allow yourself to break down. I think somebody needs to break down. They need to see whatever they've been holding back and release it. And maybe honestly, one of the most clearest places to go that I always really love doing is going to a body of water, because I feel like when you can say something to the water, it's like, okay, so there was this time I was working at this place, and I was driving so far out of my way to get there, and it was so dangerous, because where I live is not, in the winter and stuff, these roads are fucked, okay? Our tires we have in our car are $2,000, okay? We don't fuck around here, okay? It's, if you do, you're dead. You're in the ditch, or you're fucked for days. Anyways, I can remember, and I had to drive down this extremely scary road, and then this new manager came and decides to increase the hours. So now I'm driving home at 12 a.m. Okay. And I just, lights, and it was just so awful. And finally I went down to the water. I had, 15 minutes or something. So I went down to the water, because the water was right there. And I just sat there, and I always talk to the water. And it doesn't matter if you're in your car, you don't have to be right on the beach. You don't have to scream it. You look at the water and you say something in your head, the water's going to hear you. That's the way telepathy works. Okay. And I said to the water, I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I can't keep driving out here. I was making fucking, oh my God, $60 a fucking shift. That's absolutely ridiculous. I used to make $700 a shift. Okay. In 8 hours. So to work 5-hour shifts and make $60, I was like, this is a fucking slap in the face. I can't do this anymore, but I don't want to not have a job. I don't, I don't want to not, just leave my sister hanging. What the fuck? I got to pay my bills and all this shit. And so I'm I just kind of left it with the water, and I'm I just don't know what to do. This is what I do. I come and I talk to the water. I don't know how other way to do it. I went to work. Okay. I think it was a couple days. I was back to back, I think 3 days, boom, boom, boom. And on the third day, the restaurant was really fucked, okay? It was this immigrant who owned it, and the way that he ran it was so disrespectful to his own people, and it was so bad. He just exploited his own people. And suddenly I just lost it. I was I did that kind of thing, fuck you, you're cool, because I loved my manager, but I was fuck you, and oh my God, I wrote this fucking email to the owner, and I was you're a fucking hypocrite to fucking restaurants in this fucking country. What you're doing, I don't care where you come from, I don't care who you are, you do not make people work 16-hour days and pay them for fucking 6 hours because they're in this country and they don't know how much they could be making. I was so angry. And then I was okay, well, I guess that's my answer, right? Thank you, water. I guess you don't want me here either. Fuck. And it was the next week or something, I got another job. And like where I live, there's like 5 restaurants. You can't just get a job, okay? And I got a job like mad quick afterwards, and which I was really proud of because I was like, okay, well, that just goes to show that I didn't have to do a lot of research. I didn't really have to think about it. I just put it into the arms of the universe and I said, whatever it is that you think I should do, I don't know what else to do. And like, I'm fucking myself doing this and I know that I am. So either I continue to get hurt and do this or something changes. Boom. Change. Done. No more speak. You're just going to leave. And like, I'm going to tell you, never saw that coming. So I actually, okay. So with the dreams, this one's really weird. So there was another place that I was working up here and I don't even know how I got the job. It was super fucking weird how I got the job. And again, immigrants running this restaurant, super cool. That's fine. He owned it for like 10 years. I'm like, all right, I'll give you a chance, whatever. And this motherfucker, okay, started lying to me like mad quick. Like I'm talking within the first week, he had already fucking told me something. And I was like, that's not what you said. Like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm a fucking grown up, not a kid. You can't bullshit me to just do this fucking stupid job. Like, I will just leave. Right? No. Okay. Tell me how the motherfucker doesn't lie to me again. Big lie. And I'm like, I almost walked out on him right there. Cause I'm like, I don't fucking need this. Like, do you realize I am like smarter than you and I can tell what's happening? Then all of a sudden my sister sees them in her dreams. And she goes, does this owner work with somebody that like looks like him? And I'm like, yeah, he does actually. And she didn't know. I didn't really tell her anything about it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure. Because then when she came in with me to get my last paycheck, she saw them. These 2 guys sitting behind. One of them was the owner. The other one was like his kitchen manager, whatever. And she goes, those were the 2 of my dream. And they were lying. And that's all my sister could say. She's like, I don't really know what's up with these guys. She's like, all they were really doing was lying and lying and lying and lying. And I'm like, okay, that's really weird because that's what they're doing to me. Lies after lie after lie. And I'm like, these are big lies. These are not just little tiny lies, whatever, who cares? These are like stupid big lies that are affecting me because I'm not here to pick up his shit. This isn't my restaurant. This is not my fucking problem. I'm here to make my small amount of money and go. Like, do you not realize what servers and bartenders are for? Holy fuck, people are so stupid. Okay, but no, when they come from other side of the world, no, they don't know how it's supposed to be here, right? So she had a dream, and honestly, the last day that I worked, he pissed me off so bad, and he lied to my face again, and I was like, okay, this is it. I fucking left. I'm pretty sure I left early, which he was pissed about instantly. I was like, I give a fuck about how you feel about me, buddy. And then the next shift, I called in sick. I don't know what I said, but I just wanted to fuck him. I was like, you fuck me, I fuck you. This is the way this works. So I call in sick, and then I put my phone on. I text him, and then I put my phone on airplane mode. Checked it the next day. He had fired me, and I was like, oh, dirty motherfucker. It was on the bottom of the deck, the path. Sometimes, like, and again, it like opened up a door for me to get this next job. It was fucked. Like, it was like exactly lined up, and I couldn't fight it. I was like, this is exactly, if when spirit wants to all of a sudden speak through me because they get angry at somebody, ooh, look at this, marijuana and the witchcraft card. Like, I'm not going to say that you're more powerful than other people, but I'm going to say that there's a lot of power in working with the energies and working with, plant life, and whatever outside people think or whatever nasty people think, you have a territory around your mission. And anybody that chooses to open up your gate, fuck with your private property, do something, you have every right to come back at them 10 times fold. Because now they've gone and fucked with something that is, designed for you. And that now, reflects on your path. Like say you had, I don't know why this is coming up, another apple tree. Okay. And then then these people, you know, that were fucking you over, they came and they just cleared out your whole harvest, knowing that the next day, you were coming to do it. It's like coming from underneath you and taking something that you worked so hard for. It's like you have boundaries and you have territory. And if that was for you, then that means that now, if that was a gift for you from the universe and somebody else just feels like they can come in and take it, it's now the universe that is responsible for supplying that for you again. And it's like, if that's the, you know, it's just like an evil circle, right? Because now the universe is going to get angry. That's what I just heard. The universe is going to get angry because they can only pop out so many goddamn apple trees out of their ass, okay, until suddenly, you know, they're going to blow people's cars out on the way there. Or they're going to blow people's heads off, you know, the night before they think they're coming to do it, right? It's like I do feel this like angst with some of the spirits out there. And like, it kind of came through with the reading that I did this morning, because I haven't done a collective reading for a while, like an actual channeled recorded reading for a while. And it was all about somebody that, you know, the universe, this person just having so much fixation on you. And so the universe goes out of their way to give them something. So then they'll just take their energy off of you and just stop hurting you and just, you know, get their own giant prize, okay, shiny new car or whatever, and leave you alone. And they wouldn't take it just so that they continue to fuck with you. And it's like, that's what's pissed off spirit, because they were going out of their way to try to do something for this person who didn't deserve it, who doesn't deserve it, okay, but that's the only way to get them off your tail, and they won't take it. They won't take it, knowing that they're full of shit. Okay, nothing that they're doing means anything. It's not purposeful. They want to fuck with spirit and like mission. It's like, I can see why spirit wanted a lot of these messages. Look at that, signs. Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. I just heard that song. I've never heard that song with that card. Wow. Synchronicities. There it is. The boat. Oh, wow. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have signs, sign, everywhere a sign. Okay. And then the garbage can in reverse. Okay. Because there's life. It's not death. There's nothing being thrown in the garbage. This isn't being thrown away on you. And you'll get synchronicities as to how you're going to move forward. Okay. Because this invitation is obviously something that is going to advance you. I almost see like, I want to say a Six of Swords kind of energy, but that's just because it's you know, moving energy, but it's not the best energy. Look at prophecy with Moon. It's an unknown prophecy, but I think it's also a hidden prophecy. I think it's something that, you know, like I said, you don't get to know all the fine details because spirit doesn't want you to know. Right? Because if they give you all the details, then it means somebody else finds out about the details. And if you got somebody on your tail, you got some hater, okay, which we all have haters, or you got somebody that doesn't want you to succeed, they're going to try to block these synchronicities. They're going to try to block things from you so then you don't see them. Okay? Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. I also have not heard that song in forever. There was another song that I channeled the other night. I was like, I do not like that song. I do not want to be singing it. But it was perfect for the message. And now that song, I haven't heard that song in forever. And it was perfect for the message because it's also kind of with the familiar too, right? Like what that message was too is like, you know, you're going to get a sign, right? With your familiar, with yourself about, you know, changes that you're going to make and directions that you're going to go and invitations and what people are expecting from you versus what they're going to offer you. And like, you know, I think the thing is that I really believe that you're a lot higher in the kind of like spiritual realm than maybe what you think it is. So a familiar is a familiar soul inside an entity around you. Okay, so it'd be somebody that you know, in something around you. I know it kind of took me a little bit to kind of figure out what they meant by that, but a familiar is something that it's destined to come into your life, and it usually is in the form of an animal. And it's a soul that you know. Like, I know the souls that are in both of my snakes. My snakes found me. I did not find them. I did not plan to have them. I was not looking for them. They found me. And I know they're my familiars because they communicate with me all the time. Like, I get triggered. Usually the one will always let me know when she poops because she doesn't want it in there, right? So I'll get like flagged to go over and see her, and then I'll see, she always poops somewhere where I'll see it, right? And I'll be like, okay, I know you want it gone. You're a lady. I know, right? And then, the other one, he will always signal me to, he was up the other night with me when I was up all night. He was up all night. He's like the sweetest fucking soul in the entire world. And I know he's some type of familiar. And then even my fish, even a couple of my fish, I know they have familiars in them. It's just the way that they can communicate. It's insane. Like, if you have, if you believe in that, and you believe that animals can communicate with you, and you believe that, your third eye is open and that you can hear things. I mean, like, spirit doesn't fuck around. Like, your familiars don't fuck around. Like, they'll let you know. Like, one of my snakes was so thirsty the other day because he hadn't moved because he was going into shed. And I'd never done this before. I just brought his water dish up and I was like, do you need a drink? And he chugged water for like a fucking minute straight. Like, how would I have known that? It's just something it's like you have to follow your instincts with familiars. You really do. It's all instinctual. It's all, okay, I'm pretty sure I can hear something, so I'm just going to do it. And then the more that you're pretty sure that you hear something and you do it, the more you just do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. I mean, it's insane, right? Sad, everywhere sad. I added you as a moderator, Pam. I don't know why I haven't done that. And you've been with me since day one, and you're not a moderator. I feel like such an asshole. But you only just started coming into the lives recently. Or have you been coming to the lives all the time? I don't know. No, I think you always have. Wow. I don't know why I did that. I had this crazy lady on the channel, like last year. I'm not going to say her name, but this kind of like crazy eccentric woman. And she used to tell me how all my subscribers were crazy. So she would be a moderator and she would just start like shutting people off and like turning people down and being like, they're evil. I have this one friend. And she was convinced. She would send me all of these profiles saying, is this person? Is this person? Is this person? Like, she was just thinking everybody has so many different lives. And like, even if you're not Pamela, okay, even if you're not Pamela S., you're a boy and you're 59 years old, okay, it doesn't matter. You've been here. You're not a serial killer because I'm not dead yet. So, I mean, I think you're fine. But she would be like, Pamela's evil. Pretty sure she said that about you. She said that about a couple people. I'm just saying, because she wanted to just say that, I'm just saying, okay, so I'm just saying, even if you were, okay, a man and not a woman, she was trying to just tell me that everybody was crazy. Okay, I'm not going to say, I don't want to, because I'm not that kind of person, but anyways, she hasn't shown up on the channel for a long time, and if she did, I would just hide her, and I wouldn't let her. Yeah, you. No, you idiot. You're fine. I told you, it's an old woman. Crazy old woman. Think about it. You guys were there when she was fucking talking all the time, too, okay? But we've had a few psychos over the last couple of years, right? So, yeah, she would be, like, telling me all these people were crazy and had fake accounts and all this shit. So she I lost subscribers because that fucking woman. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of believed her, right? Like, not on you guys, but there was a couple people that I thought, okay, well maybe, they're not who they say they are. But like, even it doesn't matter who you are behind your YouTube account. It's not my place. Like, whoever you want to write your name as is who you want to write your name as. Like, what the fuck? Like, some people hide who they are. Like, I know somebody, actually, for once, she's not here, which is weird, but she shows up as a guy and it's a girl. So, you know what I mean? 1:14:47 on the clock. I'm getting a lot of 44s, 4, a lot of 11s, and a lot of 222s. Man, I went on this drive yesterday, all through cottage country, and you wouldn't believe the twos I saw. It was like 2, 2, 2, and then 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 2, 2, 2, and then weird fucking twos everywhere and fours everywhere and ones everywhere. And then I saw a license plate 777. I thought that was rad. I love seeing 777. It's one of my favorites. She was just fucking crazy. She was just crazy. And then I kind of stopped like talking to her, and then she got the hint pretty quick. Because she wants attention. It's all about her. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. Well, that's awesome. You know I love my numbers. Okay. Ooh, as I let my piece of hair go, look at letting go. Okay. Man, almost right off the bat. Look at 22. Look at this one I'm talking about. And if you think about it, this one's 28. So 222 right there. And then double 8, 18, 28, 18, and 22. Okay. So. Okay. Kind of like honestly, the way that I hear this message is kind of rude. And not like, I'm going to say rude. It's very rude to do to somebody. Okay. So we have reminder with forbidden, letting go, and denial. So somebody was forbidden from you, but they never let you go. Okay. They always remembered you. Somehow they always remembered you. Okay. And that's the great thing about when you let something go. You know that saying, you let something go. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Okay. When something comes back to you, then basically it's yours. Okay. And that's how familiars come. Okay. You get the urge to get something, and then it's that soul that's connected with you again because you let it go, it died, or you had to give it up or something, and it finds its way back to you because it wants to be with you. Okay, so now, this is kind of cool. So now we got 17 with focus in reverse. We got lust in reverse, individuality, differences, and the fledging. Okay, so now they're focused, okay? So now this person that's been reminded of you, or you're going to be reminded of something that you let go, okay? And it's almost like, I kind of feel like you denied yourself something. So something came into your life and it was for you and you let it go. You denied it, okay? And now, honestly, the way that I see it is you two are the same but different. Okay, see how it's one white cat, one dark cat? So that could be the way that your souls are. One could be very bright and one could be very dark. And that's how you balance each other out, light with dark. Okay, and it seems like the two of you have like you've done something to your carcasses, 2-year-old templates, okay? You've scarred yourselves up. You've marked yourselves up, okay? And the markings that you have on yourself, okay, are just for this person, okay? So it's like, I almost kind of feel like, tribal back in the day, like I'm hearing tribal voices. So it would be like, I don't know if you have tribal tattoos or, but back in the day, they almost allowed tattoos to find them, right? They would just spiritually speak to the land, okay, and the things around them. And the tattoo artist is then guided to put on their body, like their oracle, basically, okay? So you two have started marking yourselves. so then you can find one another. So there's going to be specific markings on the both of you that are going to attract one another. It's like it's like symbols, magnets, right? Things come together by the ability to magnetize together by being the same. Okay, so if you have been estranged from this person for a while, okay, and separated from them because they let you go, they kind of denied the relationship, they let you go, okay, and I don't think they denied it. I think they were forbidden from it. There was something that they weren't allowed to have, you know, like they could have been in a really strict household, and you guys were young, you know, you weren't allowed to date. It could have been like an arranged marriage set up or something. They just let you go, right? Instead of trying to fight to stay together, right? It definitely wasn't lusty. Like it was very connected, which is why to let you go and to find your way back to one another, you won't deny yourselves again. Okay. It's like impossible. Okay. Because the markings again, it's fascinating because I have quite a bit of tattoos, but I'm majority white. Okay. And there's this like new style of tattoo that's like out, and like it's just like some things, and like you would think that I was super attracted to tattoos all the time on people, but I'm not. Okay. Because I mean, it just depends on what it is, and it depends where it is, and it depends who the artist is. And there's so many things that depend, right? It's not just about, oh, this person has tattoos, so I want to date them. Like there was this one chick that my sister knew, and she started dating this guy because he literally had one tattoo on his arm. It was like this little tiny tattoo on his arm. And she was like, well, he has a tattoo. And I don't know, maybe that was her calling, okay? Because she was superficial as fuck. She thought he was ugly as shit. She only dated him because of this one little tattoo, okay? That was it. And it was like really hard to see because he was so nice and she was so malicious, okay? So it's not going to be like that, okay? Put it that way. It's not going to be like that, okay? It's not superficial. It's lust in reverse. It's not like, okay, so yeah, thank you, Spirit. I just got this message. There was this one time I was working at this bar. And again, I live in like a very shady city, okay, small town. And this guy came, not that this matters at all about where I am. He had this fucking scar like down his face, like Omar style. Like it was fucking insane, okay? And I didn't ask him where he got it. I just was fascinated by it. And he was so sweet. And he ordered a beer, and he came up on a bike that he spent so much money on and like so much time to get this motorcycle or whatever. And he was so proud of himself, and he only stopped to have one drink because he knew he could only have one drink. And he got this beautiful meal. He was, you know, probably in his, I think he was in his 30s. I'm kind of bad with that. I don't know. It's all the time. And some people wear it well. Anyways. And by the end of the conversation, I was more attracted to him because he had so much to say, and his mind was just blown up. Like he just, you know, like, because sometimes when people have a giant scar down their face, they decide that it's not about appearance. So they make a personality for themselves. They become somebody. Okay. And I don't even know what we talked about, but like as a bartender, I'm pretty easy to talk to. I can talk with people for hours. That's just something that I do. It's something that I've always done. It makes people comfortable, right? Because I don't know, I'm kind of a talkaholic, so much so that like my throat will start to hurt because I talk so much, right? But I feel like some people have such a hard time finding words. So I'll just start saying something, and then they're like, really? My God, I can make a tight situation, awkward situation into a very fun situation. I'm kind of that person because like I don't really care. Okay. So this person is going to become very, very fixated on you because of all the individuality things that you have. Okay. So they could have a giant scar down their face. Who knows? Okay. And it's something that at this point in time, not worried about. Because if you're worried about scars, then it's really hard to like get past that with being intimate with somebody, worrying about what a scar looks like or like what you look like, right? So it's one of those things that you're built together for a reason. Okay. Look at on the bottom of the deck. Congratulations, success. It's going to be a very successful relationship. Okay, because the confidence is there. You're not chaotic anymore. Okay, you know how to fulfill yourself. Maybe back then you didn't know how to fulfill yourself. You wanted people to fulfill you. This person couldn't do that, right? Some people can't do that. They have other things to worry about than, be somebody's wife or husband, or, like they have something else to do, right? Honesty in reverse. This person could have been dishonest with you back in the day. Okay. And self-worth. I think really it's like they were dishonest, I think, with themselves. I think this denial, I think you were something really good and they denied you for something really bad. Okay. But again, it was their path. They needed to go down that path. It wasn't about you. It was about what they needed to learn. Okay. And they couldn't just get comfortable with you because life isn't comfortable. It's messy. And honestly, at this point in time, how they say sometimes it's best to have the last laugh. It's true, because the ones that are laughing to begin with are exhausted from laughing now and are going to die. Right. I haven't laughed yet. So actually, I'm kind of laughing now. So yeah. Who's on that end of the stick, right? It's kind of like that. It's you didn't know your self-worth, but it doesn't mean that the fire blew out. It doesn't mean that you lost everything. It doesn't mean that something, if you can't focus on it, right? Focus on the honesty, right? Summon the honesty and summon the flame back. If that's what you want, then summon it back because it's yours, right? Because again, if your door is wide open, and this person is out there, because like maybe you don't really know who they are, or like maybe you're not aware that it's somebody in your past or something, and you just say, I summon you home if you want, right? It's one of those things. You have to give spirits the option of coming back to you or not. It's one of those things like, okay, well, my door is open and I'm open, and if you want to come home, come home. If you don't worry about it. Right? It's that open door policy. Choices. It's almost like they're going to give you a choice. Okay? Or you get the choice. Like you give them the choice. I think this is all, look at that, love. It's love in reverse because it's more loyalty right now because somebody was deceitful. And I think somebody's paid the price for that. Okay? With this justice. So somebody was really loyal and somebody was a little deceitful. Okay? And that person that is a little deceitful now is the one that was dishonest. Okay. So now in order to make things right, they have to tell you the truth. They have to tell you the truth. Hope on the horizon. A beautiful thing. All right. 27, last card. I mean, it's hard to see hope sometimes. It really is. But I mean, again, it's like the open door policy. You just open up your door. Just open up your doors for this person. Right? And all the wrongs that they did, they'll make right. Everything will go so much so according to plan. It's not even relative anymore. If there is a plan, it will go better than what it did before. Because I don't think this person can go through a whole nother cycle watching you not be with them. It's kind of like that shit. I think it's more, you let them go, right? You let them go, or they let you go, or whatever. And they're the ones that have been, they're the ones that have kind of been, I think, spiritually, kind of magnetically following you around, right? Even if they were in relationship, it doesn't mean that they still weren't watching you, right? And that's the thing, is like some people do that, right? It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship and you're not together, you still care about the person, right? You still love the person enough to check in on them. So maybe it was like that, and now you were like forbidden fruit, right? And now they're not going to forbid themselves from you anymore because there's no reason. I think they maybe realize that they're the ones that are doing it to themselves and nobody else is forbidding them. They're doing it to themselves, right? Because, I mean, no one's in control of them. They're a grown-up now. I mean, we're grown-ups. Okay, this all started with some lady asking, is this 18 plus? And I was like, yes, it is. This is a grown-up channel. This is not for children. We don't deal with kids around here, okay? Well, you know what I mean. I love kids, but I should hope the kid isn't the devil in Prada, okay? All right, next message, possibly the last message, because we're getting pretty up there now. Okay, the Tower again. Wow, okay. We have the Dancers, the Hierophant, and the Tower. Wow. Okay, I feel like somebody's getting a divorce. Like the Dancers would be the couple together, the Hierophant would be the person who marries them, and the Tower would be the divorce. The big D. Justice. Can't lie if I tried. All right. Justice of the peace right there. 10 of Cups. This is like, these people, this was a loving situation. Okay. Until somebody got caught up. Okay. Somebody stopped talking. Okay. And then 3 of Bones. That's what broke everything. That's what ended this. Was somebody's inability to communicate, possibly. Okay. So it's like, well, if you can't talk to me, then I have to go. Like, we have to deal with this and go. I mean, communication is very important in a relationship. Okay. And then to just give it away, maybe they cheated. Okay. 6 of Cups. Okay. Maybe they've been together for a while. 3 of Cups together in reverse. It almost kind of seems like they're not friends anymore. Right. Maybe it started off, they were really close. They're a really close couple. Right? The couple that everybody says no one's ever going to break up. They're going to be together forever. They're best friends. It ends. You know, there's judgment. 3 of Swords. King of Cups. Massacre. That's the end. It's the relationship dies. And it's one of those things that becomes a memory. You know, this also, ooh, was that the Ace of Swords that just, oh no, not even close. Okay. 9 of Swords with the 6 of Wands. It's like, honestly, I almost feel like someone's not even going to be sad to see it go. You know, because it was successful. There's the Divine in reverse. It was successful. It did go right for a while, but now it's just not working, right? You can't always force something. Even though it worked in the past, it doesn't mean it's going to work forever, right? Sometimes people are destined to move on and move to other higher land, different people, you know? So just because sometimes people don't see it coming, it doesn't necessarily mean, and I'm like, sometimes, I mean, lack of communication right away is the thing that kills it. Right? It's because once you stop speaking, then it stops the communication. I mean, even telepathically, right? Or then if you're not speaking out loud, then the telepathy or I always put tilapia with telepia. Oh my God. Oh my God. My dyslexia is out of control right now. And then I say telepathic, I'll say, I mean telepathy, and then I'll say telepathy. Oh my God. Damn those fucking fish. I can't even say it. I'm not even going to. Okay. People can speak telepathically in relationships, okay? Tilapia, thank you. See, you have to fucking see the word to say it. Telepathy, that's what I want to say, telepathy. And it's putting all of the words together, and it's not a fucking word, okay? Telepathy is not a word, and that's what I want to say. I'm just going to maybe start calling telepathy. I think I'm just going to say it's telepathy. I can't say it any other fucking way. It's just my speech sometimes, okay? So it's almost like if you aren't speaking and you're just talking in your head, As Elon Musk starts speaking on my Twitter, shut the front door, Elon. Are you fucking kidding me? Elon would disrupt my life, of course. Okay, so if you stop speaking in 3D, then your telepathic communications with this person, okay, you're going to start to fucking lie. And you're going to get, like, pissy with them. So now they're going to start reading these unsaid messages, but felt messages, and of pure hate. And then what happens? Okay, so it's like sometimes we have to learn these lessons that we can't stay quiet. We need to learn how to speak, because that's how we lose some of the best people, right? Because I mean, to communicate is hard, and it's not always easy to find the right words. But if you're at least trying to say the right thing, then Spirit can't fault you for trying. Okay? So it's like, if this relationship comes to an end because somebody can't speak, then Spirit's like, go through with everything. Go through with the divorce. Go through with, separating. Because if they need to learn how to speak, then they have to be driven towards communication themselves, right? Not forced through, well, either I'm going to leave you or you start speaking. It's like, that's an ultimatum. You can't give people ultimatums. It's abusive, right? And I know if you want to go because someone's not changing, then you go because someone's not changing. It's not, you can't give them an ultimatum to change. They're not, for one, they're not going to do it, or they're not going to respect you, or they're not going to take you seriously. Oh yeah, fine, whatever, I'll do it. Then they're going to start doing it behind your back. Ultimatums never end well. Not in any year that I've ever seen. I mean, my father still gives me ultimatums. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. He doesn't ask me any questions. He doesn't try to even, negotiate. It's just this or nothing. And it's like, I won't accept it. Then I'm not a part of it. If you're going to just tell it like this and give me no option whatsoever, then no, fuck you. You can fucking take your little stupid whatever and fucking shove it up your ass, right? So some people, if they don't know how to negotiate, if they only know how to be abusive, then sometimes you got to pull the strings. Even if it is a successful marriage, it doesn't matter. If it's a successful marriage and it's breaking down, let it break down. Fucking, separate everything, sell the fucking house, move on with your lives. You come back together in 10 years because now somebody's learned their lesson, you'll probably find one another, right? But to stay in it and to pretend like it's not happening, or to enable somebody to continue doing it, is not going to help the relationship at all. And I'm not like a relationship coach or anything, but this is just what Spirit wants to say to somebody in need of their tongue today. Sometimes things just naturally rhyme. Gotta love Spirit. All right. 138.01. This was a pretty big fucking reading. And now I'm getting pretty hungry. So I am going to peace out. Have a great freaking day, everybody. What time is it right now? Ooh, after 4. That's what I like to see. I am going to finish my day. And thank you so much for being here, everybody. All right? Peace out. Have a good one. Justice with the Fool. I'm telling you, this is the last little part of that reading. Like, justice is coming for the person that decides to leave somebody behind. That's just not, not being a good team player, right? Because no matter what, you're in a relationship, you're part of a team, right? You too, Two-Tone. Everybody up in Hizza. Super nice to see you all. It's been a great reading. This was a great reading, especially that animal one. Gotta love it. Familiars are awesome. I almost bought another snake the other day because we have some extra tanks, right? Because the baby tanks and stuff. And I was like, it was only $100. And my sister was like, no. And then she looked at the owner. She's like, no. And I go, oh my God, but look, he's so cute. She's like, no more goddamn pets. I'm like, I know. I don't want to become a circus up in here. I can't take them all, even though I want to. It's my downfall. I love everything. And I don't know how not to. How do you not just love everything? Everything needs love. Everything needs love. A good hug, Nice kiss on the cheek. Loving hand rub, nice hug. So the world's so cold. Anyways, I bow to you. I know, you love your shit. I know, Pam. Man, my sister, she has a tarantula. She's never held her or anything. And her tarantula is awesome. Oh my God, she's so cool. She's so cute. If you get a female, they're so like kind of like dainty. And she like stretches. Sometimes she gives my sister this dance and she'll do this dance. And sometimes when my sister gives her a cricket, she eats a lot. Sometimes my sister will give her a cricket and she'll do this happy dance and she'll twirl around. Oh, she's just adorable. I mean, terrifying, but nobody needs to touch her. I mean, she just goes into her hide. My sister can do anything in her enclosure and then just shuts it. I mean, she's so cute. Sometimes she'll be on the wall and I'll come up to her and I'll go to her little belly through the glass. She's so awesome. Oh, she's awesome. Tarantulas are fucking awesome. Honestly, two-tone, you should do it. The enclosures are like $60. They're so cheap. I mean, I think she was local and she was like $70 or something like that. She was so cheap. And you just feed them crickets. So cheap. I mean, she's the cheapest thing in this whole house. I think my fish eats more than she does and costs more by far. So she doesn't need any heat. She doesn't need any light. I mean, the one that my sister has, she can sit in the dark all day. She actually prefers the dark, to be honest. And she doesn't need any heat or nothing. It's like, I know I like the blue ones too. The blue and gold ones. Oh, beautiful. They get huge though. She's got one of those. So they like when they sprawl out, they're like basically the size of your hand. Hers will be that big when she's full grown. I don't know if I could do it. I might get a black widow or something, but who knows? So far my spiders I just draw and they're on the wall. Anyways, peace out. All right. Peace out. Have a wonderful day. Have good sleeps, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Later. 142:03.